Ladies, and welcome back to my farm of disappointment. It's February, and the cows have produced 1,500 liters of milk overnight. That's a little on the low side. I was hoping for something more like, I don't know, 8,000. But they can only, there's 30 cows. I didn't realize I had 30, but some of them are young still, I think. Like they're not producing yet. Let's take a look at the paw print. Hello, cows. Forget it. Just go into the menu. Yeah. Okay. These cows are not going to produce milk for at least another 6 months. We're really only getting milk from 10 cows. So in all honesty, the TMR is kind of wasted, really, because, well, they're not benefiting from it. But whatever, it is what it is. Gosh dang it. We got a little more slurry from them, which is good, and some manure also. It's not showing us any. We got a pile of manure starting here, though. I don't have a spreader. But whatever. We'll have to rent one or something. We need to start making money. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna head over. Let's see what the cows made. Oh, look at the chickens have made a full pallet of eggs, though. No. More than we had before. I'm gonna let them fill that all the way up before I move it. We'll just take full pallets when we go to sell. But let's check out and see how the sheep and the greenhouse did. Surprisingly, we haven't had any snow this year. It's been a pretty mild winter here in Upper Fruhling. Usually we have one snow. But not this year. We got no snow. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Are you bringing in the sheaves? Here's the little sheepy pies. It looks like we have got a pallet, 'cause the sheep get palletized. Ooh, I rhymed. do 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 do. I got a lot of sheep that live on my farm. I got rid of Strong Farmer and this isn't working anymore. Crap. No. Oh, God, no. Please, no. Oh. Pick up object. Yes. So the reason the sheep thing was made before, but these were made after. I downloaded a different one called Pallet. I think it's called, like, you can place or pick upable pallets, and it can pick up any pallets that were created after I installed the mod. So since these came overnight, and that sheep one was sat there, I'm gonna have to use a forklift to move the sheep one, but in the future I won't. So this is much easier and nicer. If you guys have watched me do pallets before, they're a pain. But we'll move that sheep one with we'll have to bring the tractor over and get it. But in the meantime, wait. Why all of a sudden are these too heavy? What? Oh, those must be ones that just formed overnight. Or that formed before. Same issue once again. So we're gonna have to bring the tractor over to finish loading this. But that'll be the only time we have to do it. So that'll be nice. Because from going forward, I should be able to hand load these, which is what I want. Look at that. It holds 3 of them nicely. That's exactly perfect. Wow, there's not another strap on here? There's got to be. I've been having a weird issue with straps not appearing when they should. Oh, well, I guess that should hold anyway, though. Unless I get crazy, or should we say jiggy with it. I hate when people say that. It is the most annoying phrase ever. And then they made a whole song around it. I'm like, oh, God. Please stop. It's the kind of thing like just nasty groomsmen say at a wedding. Trust me, I'm around them all the time. I'm familiar with their phraseology. All right, so we're going to grab, let's see, I'm going to fasten the strap on this, and I'll be right back. So with these pallets, I'm figuring the egg pallet is probably too heavy too, since that's been there since before I installed the mod. So I'm going to grab that egg pallet now that, first while we have the forks, and I'll just take it over, and we'll load it on to the trailer, even though it's not full. Where are these going? We need to look at the market again. I forget who pays the most, but let's see. Some of these get sold one place. Eggs. Come on, Arthur. Well, we got tomatoes. The restaurant pays the highest. Lettuce. Farmer's market's the highest. Strawberries. Restaurant's the highest. Where the heck are eggs? Eggs. Bakery. Man, I think I'm just going to put them all at the restaurant for today. Instead of trying to split them out. Because if I do that, then I'm going to have to take this tractor, and I'm going to have to unload them here and there, and I just ran over a deer. That was bogus. Now my eggs are ruined. The eggs are wiggling around. Are you rolling in the egg yolks? There is not a lot of room to work here. It's a little tight. A little tight. Yeah. A forklift would have been a little better suited to this. The problem is I can't get the tractor at the angle I need for this to come off straight. So let's put it down. Okay, try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again, Chucky. Okay, there you go. All right, perfect. Now, let us get the pallet from the Land Race of Bethlehem sheep. I'm gonna put this over here just to make this easier to maneuver. This will be easier to grab if I turn it a little bit. There we go. And went through the forks. Now it's all screwed up. Now, one tip that Osa gave me is to let the pallet go and then like drop the whole thing and then pick it back up again, and that will work for sure. But I don't want to, hang on, we don't want to put these on yet. I'm going to put those on last. Because those are going to the spinnery, I think. They're definitely not going to the restaurant. We could try, but I don't think the restaurant's going to buy those, so... Are you working on the pallets? Sorry. Oh, by the way, hopefully you're enjoying my new microphone. It's actually an old microphone. My dogs ate my headphones, which then prompted me to move up into the office, which I've been talking about for a while. I moved my office out of the living room, well, the family room, and back upstairs into a bedroom because I'm tired of having everything that I own get eaten by puppies. The good news is we are slowly but surely getting rid of the puppies. We've now gotten rid of 3 of them out of 8. So now my daughter's keeping one of them. She's keeping Stella, and we're keeping Tabitha. So there's only really 3 more puppies that need to go. So we're getting closer to having the puppies gone, which is great. Great news. Also should help me concentrate a little bit more on my videos, maybe hopefully do a better job bringing you good quality entertainment, as I always try to. And I think that I've done a fairly good job over the years. I am definitely no Daggerwin or Jeff Favingu or any of these other famous guys that are on YouTube. I'm small potatoes. But I have fun doing it, and you know, I try to produce quality, less edited though content. I definitely don't edit the way those guys do, but we still have a lot of fun. And I think that speaking of cool guys, I got to meet. I think I told you this in a previous episode, but I was playing Star Citizen, and I actually got to meet and talk to Brad M73 for quite a while. He's a great guy, super nice guy. Tried to get him to do some collab, but he said no. I guess he's had some legal issues doing collabs with other people, so. Because, you know, you really, when you do a collab, whose property is it? Do you both get to post it? So unless you work something out beforehand, it can be a problem. I know. Oh, wait. Was that? No. What was I doing? I was too busy bragging and not paying attention. Anyway, I was excited. I got to talk to him, and that was pretty cool. It's kind of like meeting a rock star or something like that, and then being really nice to you. It was like, wow, thank you for being kind. So I hope I'm always the same to people that are up and coming with channels that are smaller than mine. There's so many guys. I know some of these guys have surpassed me. Kerbo's doing great. What's the other guy's name? Eustace Farmer used to be on my channel all the time, and he started his own channel, and he's doing extremely well. So I've been thankful for all the guys that have been part of my channel over the years, and hopefully most of them are still around. I know Kerbo still comes out occasionally. He left a nice comment the other day. It was good to talk to him. By the way, if you don't know who Kerbo is, he does. Remember we were doing Railroads Online? He does a lot more in-depth videos with that, so be sure to check out his channel also. He's got a lot of really good videos up there about Railroads Online and what's coming and the things that the developers are doing. And he plays the beta branch, so he's got a lot of like current news or current data or whatever you call it, current reports about like what's happening with Railroads Online, and he's testing stuff out and running rails and stuff with the new systems that are not in place yet in the actual game, but are in place in the beta version. So if you want to check that out, be sure to check out his channel for Railroads Online stuff. I will be doing more once they release all the new content to the main game, and you don't have to be a beta brancher to get that content. I will start covering it also. Honestly, I probably should cover more of it, but I just don't. Daggerwin did a cool video the other day. Be sure to check that out too, of the the forestry stuff that's coming. He basically went through the cards of what's known so far, but it looks like we're going to get some really neat devices that are part of the forestry industry, including a yard. I forget what they call it, but it's basically a pole, and you attach like almost like a tent. You set the pole in the middle of the yard, and then you run lines out to surrounding trees, and it becomes a dolly system, almost like a zip line. You can then attach cut logs to the dolly or the zip line and zip the logs into the center where the yard is. And so it makes collecting logs from around the plot much easier, and it can carry like tens of logs, not hundreds of logs, but you can put it like 10 or 15 logs on the lines and pull them in all at once. And then they have new cargo containers that are designed for lumber. They're basically like rail. So you fill them up. It's really cool. You fill them up and then you put them on rail cars, and then you can use the rail cars to deliver lumber to other places. So I thought that was really cool. That's exciting. Part of me is kind of like, well, is this farming simulator or is this forestry simulator? And I know logging's been a big part of Farm Sim since I got into it back in 15. That was their big like change from 13 to 15 was adding forestry in. But it's still, there is I don't want to say a purist part of me, because I'm really pretty open to mods and stuff on the game and seeing cool changes. But part of me is like, man, they're putting a lot of effort into forestry, and I wish they would just fix some of the ridiculous physics that are happening first before they do this huge forestry mod, but that's not going to happen. So, but I'm excited, and we'll definitely be covering that stuff on the channel. I'll get early access, hopefully a week ahead, but probably more likely 3 or 4 days ahead. But since we're in November, there's not a whole lot going on, so I'll be hitting that pretty hard. So we'll get some coverage of that. And I just went the wrong way. So we have a very nicely loaded trailer of goods going to the restaurant, which I think is it's right there. That's the restaurant over there. So we're gonna drive in the wrong lane here a little bit so I don't get clobbered by traffic. And we'll just cruise down this little back road here with our very full gator. Look at all that product. It's got to be worth a ton of money, but I think we're honestly probably about maybe. But we had, to be honest, at the beginning of January we had like $12,000. So this farm is never going to earn a ton of money as long as we're earning little bits every day, and that's what I was trying to. All these months we've been setting up for this. Trying to get ready to get to the point where we can sell goods every day, and we're finally there. And I'm gonna hop out and undo the straps so that this stuff falls and sells easier. There we go. Now I would imagine, I can only imagine. Whoops, that wasn't quite what I intended, but. This stuff is selling. So we got about $3,000 so far. $2,000, $3,000. That's good. Why did the lettuce not sell? Okay. I can't pick the eggs up. Oh shoot. Okay, but the eggs are selling. That's good. Why can't I pick this up? B. Pick it up. There we go. 2,000. There we go. Oh, look at this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now money's coming in. This is good. Good. All right. Oh, perfect. All right. More money. And we're going to fasten this strap on. That sounded really wrong. But the point is 15. Okay. So we went from $24,000 to $30,000. So roughly about $6,000 of sales right there. That's what we need. If we can do that every day or every other day, we're going to be making some money. So that's good. That was very encouraging. And we're moving into spring now, so we're going to start being able to grow some of our crops. That's all good news. Let's go ahead and sell this. Let me figure out where I'm going with this first, though. This might go to market. It depends on who's got the better price. So wool. Wool goes to farmer's market, spinnery, Okay, so we're going to go to the spinnery. I'm not quite sure where that is. I've been there before, but I don't remember. I think it's in a weird spot. Oh, okay, it's over there. So we'll cruise on down to the main road. So good on us. We made it with $6,000 this month. That's great. Now, once again, we are at peak season, so I don't, January is when we make the most money. So the prices will drop, but like by summer, I'd imagine we'll make maybe 2/3 of that. But still, I mean, $4,000 or $5,000 a month. That's good. We need that kind of income. And with the milk coming in, too, we're going to get more, especially once, in a year from now when those cows mature, we'll really start making some money. So this has been a long setup. And I thank you guys. This is, I think, episode 15 or 16. And you guys have been really patient with me as we build this farm up. And it seemed like we weren't going to get anywhere. But finally, we are making progress. So I'm glad to announce that we're making some money, finally. Part of it was that we did spend money and buy some more animals, and we needed to do that. But part of it just is, the farm is finally, things are maturing and starting to yield. Let's see, the spinnery is that guy, right? No. Which one? Sweet and sour raisins. Oh, Briar Rose. Okay. Briar Rose in a far and weary land. A briar. Oh no, it's not. That makes our take home for the month about $8,000. That makes me very happy. In fact, while we're doing that, so we're gonna have to pay back. Let's just, ooh, oh, wow, that's a good deal. Okay, we can't do it, though, but dang it, that's a great deal. We need to look at, this is the wrong menu. There. Okay, we're going to go in here, and I'm going to repay. That's going to lower our monthly payments. Get that loan paid off as quick as possible. The good news is there's not that much. Actually, the loan isn't that bad. I thought we had like $50,000 out, but only 20. Only. Or 15. So that's good. So I'm going to head home. I'll catch you guys when I get back to the farm. See you in just a moment. I have arrived. Back at the farm. Back at the farm. I will do what you say. When I say back to the farm. Sorry. You servant. You blind man. I need to know what is going on. If you remember right, I put in a grass field on the other side of the map. And I want to see how that is going with fertilization levels. If I remember right, we need to fertilize it. And so we have some slurry, and I'm going to see about taking the tractor over there and maybe putting some of that down. I might wait till tomorrow, but the grass is going to start growing pretty quick. So let's take a look on the map real quick here at our status of the fields. And where are we looking at? This is going to be field number 34. It's all silty clay. Okay. I don't know if reds are bad or if they're good. I'm assuming that red is bad because it's an addition. They charge you for all this stuff. That's the thing I don't like about precision farming. You get the idea of penalizing people for carbon usage. It doesn't sit well with me. I'm sorry if you're newfangled and you think it's a great idea. I think that companies can make equipment that is more efficient. But if you can't necessarily afford that, you shouldn't be penalized because you can't afford something. To me, that's disgraceful. So you work on bringing out new stuff that's better, but you don't force people into it. And I really hate that kind of stuff. Sorry, this personal opinion. No, it has nothing to do with farming, but it does, because in this game, that's what they're doing. They are now kind of forcing you into trying to find ways to use less carbon while planting. Like, I get it, but they're charging you for all that stuff. So anyway, this field is half fertilized from what I can tell. So pH level, nope, nitrogen. No, it's all bad. That doesn't make sense. Yield information this is on the decent side. This is on the poor side. Standard seed rate, soil types. So let's take a look what that means, because that field behind our house, I'm trying to see what they're showing us on the charts. I know this is showing that it's perfect here. And then over here, it just goes to, it's perfect back here, and good here, and bad there. It's okay. But I think I ran out of slurry for some of this. So, well, we're going to leave it as is, and then next year we'll put down full fertilization. Hopefully we'll have more slurry each month. Once again, as the cows mature, they should be producing more. And maybe we can add pigs later or something to get more slurry even. But that 8,000 liters, yeah, that's a good amount. So let's grab the tractor, and we're going to go ahead and put... It's over here. Put slurry down on the other grass field. And then we'll hopefully have some for once we plant the new fields. We'll have some. Now, I may be wrong on how I'm reading that in this game, but to me it just seems like that's what's going on. Whatever. It is what it is, and maybe that's what happens in Europe now. But you get I could see you getting a benefit for doing it, but not a demerit. They shouldn't be doing it like that. But that's the world we live in, isn't it? Finding ways to make money off of people that don't have any money. Taxes. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're going to move over to the grass field. I went the wrong way. I'll be back when I get there. All right, once again, I don't know that grass really is what needs this, but... Yeah, see, this is putting it out as it needs it. So... I would say that I'm glad we did this, and it's not using too much of it. It's using a decent amount of it. But the idea is to get a lot of this, usable. And it's free. But I'm curious to see, because you're not really supposed to slurry after you've planted, are you? So I'm curious to see, do we plant, or do we use the slurry after we've got the field planted? And I think you do in the game. But maybe it's like as soon as the crops are planted, so that you're not like killing your crops. So like I said, I don't think they use slurry in real life. I don't think you use slurry after the crop is planted, except for maybe on grass, because you don't really replant it. I'm not sure. We're not going to get the whole field, but we'll get most of it. That's good enough. So, let's take a look now at what this says. The pH value is still bad, huh? I put lime down on this. I think I'll have to read the comments again. I believe OSA said something about this map or this field not being able to be pH mapped properly. So that could explain why it's still showing that that it's got bad pH, because we did I know we limed the field before I planted it. So it is what it is. I've put down the best that I can do. But that field may not be completely accepting of our addition of manure and other gunk. But these fields should be fine. But once again, I'm going to wait till I plant, and then I'll slurry these also. And manure what we have. All right. So that pretty much does that. I think we need to ride the horse. I'm trying to think about what else we need to be done. It's been a quick February. I think that's, you know, aside from deliveries and stuff, that's all we need. That's it for the slurry. The 300 is what I got out of there, and that's all I'm going to get. So we just need to check feed. We need to check our animal feed. The horse needs to be ridden a little bit, and we're good for the day. And we're about a half an hour recording, so that actually turned out pretty good. 1 day, 1 month. I like that. But there you go. So we made a decent amount of money today. We also paid back $5,000 on the loan, and we still have $3,000 more than we started the day with. So hopefully you guys are excited, because this is the first time that I've had a small farm actually heading in the right direction rather than me spending lots of money. We've kept it to just the bare minimum of what we need. We've rented what we didn't own, and really haven't spent that much money on extra equipment. So once again, a neat and tidy little farm, and I like that. Okay, so once again, check the cow food. Cow food is great. There's plenty of food in there for the cows. You check the chickens. The chickens have 2,000 liters. They did burn through about 3,000 liters. No, they had 3,000. They burned through about 300 liters overnight. So I'm going to leave that. They're fine. I didn't check the sheep, but they should be good. I might have to hop over there. I'm feeling kind of guilty. Horse, how's he doing? 6,000 liters still. He's got plenty. Oh, the horse needs oats, too. Did I put oats in here? I can't remember if I did both. Let's check the animal page and see what we got. Yeah, I did. Good for me. Come back here. No, don't kick me. All right, so let's go take a look. And one thing I have found is that this map is pretty annoying to ride horses on. Everything's pretty tight corners, and the horse, as you can see when you turn, this horse has a very wide berth when he turns. Unless you're going slow, you I'll show you. We're gonna run at this corner, and when I turn, he won't make the corner. I almost went into the trees. They're just slow, but it is what it is. Now, if you want to know your horse's stats, you put that up there, and you can see we've already and the signs. I'm constantly running the signs with the horse. I'm pretty bad at horsing on this map. It's what this makes this map good, though, is that it's got really well-placed scenery for looks. But I don't know that it works so well for the horse, especially not at a canter. The nice thing about the new horse care system that they've done is that you get your horses taken care of pretty quickly now. It doesn't take as long as it used to take. It used to take forever to get the whoops. See what I'm talking about? He gets stuck on everything. But anyway, it doesn't take as long as it used to take to get your horses all the way full. So, get a look at these fields. Hopefully we'll be buying them in the next couple of years. We'll slowly grow our empire and take over the whole map. Not that I have, well, yeah, ambitions. We're going to make this the biggest farm on the planet, and we're going to own everything. So, animals are taken care of for the day. Actually, you know what, though? We should probably check the sheep before we call it a quits. We'll just ride the horse over. What the hay? I get it. What the hay? Okay, I'll be back. Well, I rode over and checked the sheep. They look good. They're happy. They got 10,000 liters or 9,000 liters of hay still. They got plenty of food to eat. Plenty of grass. So we're good. And we're going to bring Mr. Horsey back to his pen. Or Mrs. Horsey, whatever his or her name is. I don't know if it's a boy or girl. Hope. Probably a girl at that point. Stay in there. All right. So, Horse Hope is back. $27,000 to our credit. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Foiling. In the next episode, we'll be moving on to March. And spring will begin, and hopefully we will have a good spring and a couple mows and get some more materials in for our animals to eat. And then some of the material that we have left over is we can start selling it. But we still have to figure out the whole thing with the slurry. I'm not sure how that's going to all work out. Hopefully there'll be enough slurry to fertilize our fields after we plant them. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. If not, we're going to have to buy some regular fertilizer and spread it using the John Deere, because I have that little spreader on the back that I could use. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. If you really like the content, be sure to chuck me a tip. Thank you for those that did over the last couple of weeks. You guys have been giving me tips, and that does help. Believe it or not, every little bit counts, so it helps. It's like, a gallon of gas or whatever. It helps me pay the $300 a month freaking electric bill. So anyway, I love it, guys, and I appreciate the tips. So that's really nice of you guys to do that. And we'll see you next time. Bye.